The UK is absolutely littered with hill forts. Where I live, which is on the Welsh-English border, that is especially true. So today, we're going to venture to as many of them as possible, using only human power, as you can probably tell. The human power today is on a bike, because the route is probably a little bit too far to walk. But join me as we find a load of hill forts. So today we're venturing to a total of 5 hill forts in around 35 to 40 miles, taking in incredible views, plenty of history and some questionable folklore. I hope you enjoy my day out, because as I type the script for this voiceover, my legs are in absolute bits from all the elevation. And these nettles. Look at the size of that. That is huge. Are you a queen? What are you? If you're a bike person, then the bike of choice today is an Orange Clockwork. It's from about 2017, I think. Weighs about 11 kilos or so. The wheels have been replaced, brakes have been replaced. Most of it is new, really, apart from the frame. And it's perfect for today, because we've got a lot of gravelly type stuff, but we've also got a lot of trails. So we're going to be covering some distance. The first hill fort of the day is Aikenbury Camp, about 4 miles south of Hereford. Prehistoric Roman pottery found here suggests this could have been used as early as the Iron Age and definitely during the Roman period. Interestingly, it was also used much later in the 1600s during the Civil War, where royalist troops occupied the site, along with the Scots a little later during an attempted siege of Hereford. Some locals apparently still believe that ghostly warriors still reenact these conflicts during misty dawns, and that there have been sightings of soldiers lingering by campsites. But my dad lived nearby for about a decade, and I'm not sure he often met battle-ready ghouls up there. Legend also says there's hidden treasure up there now, but you'd probably be put in prison if you tried, as it's a scheduled monument now. I should have put my seat down. Jesus. Oh no, don't tell me I've broken my derailleur. No, I haven't. That was fun, wasn't it? There's a branch there, can you see it? There's a branch. Oh, I went straight over. Bike seems alright though. Onwards. After having a mooch around Aikenbury, we descended down the other side and followed the road for a few miles along to the village of Dynedor, the spot for our next fort. Well, here we are. Gate there. The trail goes straight up. Doesn't look very steep on this wide angle, but it is. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this trail. I know it's going to be overgrown, I just know it. Ah, it's not too bad. It's just a nice meadow. Yes, my slight knock seems to have bashed my derailleur out of line, so my gears are all a bit funny. Oh well. Wowee. That was steep. You can see there's a bluff, Black Mountains, right there. That's the Offers Dyke. So the defensive line, I suppose, between England and Wales at one point. Just a few miles away lies Dynedor, another smallish fort that may have acted as a sort of soldier bee to the larger Credden Hill nearby that would have been the Queen Bee. Similarly to Aikenbury, excavations have uncovered Iron Age and Roman pottery, but again this is a scheduled monument, so you can't go looking for any yourself unless you want a knock from PC Plod. Some locals believe that the camp was a sacred site where kings held councils and performed rituals for protection and prosperity, and there are even rumours of a king's stone within the camp where monarchs swore oaths. Dynedor, check. Now we're on our way towards Fownhope. Fownhope has 2 hill forts pretty close to it. Well, actually no, 3 hill forts. Seems to be a pretty strategic place for Iron Age and Roman fortresses, so we've got a bit more road to get there, but I mean The views are incredible. I don't know why I didn't expect it. Hill forts are obviously high up, but yeah, I've never seen these views from Herefordshire before, and I've lived here for almost 27 years, so it's yeah, it's a good ride. I'm enjoying this. Is this a cottage of content where everyone's nice and relaxed and happy, or is this a cottage of content where it's full of influences? Oh, isn't that nice? I've canoed down here quite a few times. It's really, really scenic. I sort of wish I was on a canoe now, but can't go up hill forts in a canoe. The ride from Dindal towards the next fort was particularly scenic, following the River Wye for a while and then ascending past an old farm and up into the woods, where, you guessed it, another hill was waiting. Yeah, I don't know if I want to ride up that. That's really steep. Again, it doesn't look steep on camera, but trust me, it is. So we've done 2 hill forts. We've got Backbury Hill next, like Blackberry but without the L. That one will be our third, and we're currently about 12 miles. The total route I think is probably just going to be just shy of 30-ish, but it's the elevation that's the killer. It's like 3,500 feet of climbing today. Again, expected it, but it's pretty hard on the old legs. Oh, that's tight. I'm gonna have to not brake. I'm gonna have to put my hands really narrow and just not use brakes. Backbury Hill is the least visible of all the hill forts today and by far the hardest to film. You can't even get to the top without climbing fences, so count yourself lucky I'm such a dedicated filmmaker. Historically, this was called St Ethelbert's Camp, reportedly because it was where the king himself would pitch tents on the way to King Offa's court, a journey that, as legend has it, led to his demise at Sutton Walls, another hill fort about 10 miles north. There's a lot of folklore surrounding this hill, but it's mostly dragons and bollocks, so I'm not going to go into that too much, but feel free to research that if it interests you. Alright, we've just ascended all the way down from Backbury Hill, and of course we've now got to go back up another hill, because that's just how it goes, and I don't know if my back tyre is going to grip all this. I'm going so slowly I'm almost falling off. Right, third hill fort checked off the list, on to the fourth. By this point I was starting to flag, so I continued on at a slower pace until a good lunch spot presented itself. And what would you know, one did. Someone had popped a nice bench at the top of their drive looking over Hereford and the Black Mountains, so it would be rude not to take advantage of it. I was now on the Herefordshire Trail, which meant fewer nettles, brambles and stiles, and it was just generally better kept, something I was glad for 20 miles in. The next fort on the list is Cherry Hill, just above the prosperous little village of Fownhope. Again, this one was mostly covered in trees, so the drone had to do most of the hard work for me. Oh, what a shame. I couldn't find much history around this one, but according to some people, with very large imaginations, the woods around Cherry Hill are enchanted with fairies or hill folk protecting the site from outsiders. There are tales of strange lights and sounds at night, possibly linked to ancient rituals. Yeah, alright mate. What I've just spotted, it's like stone arches for some reason. It's like little bunkers. What are they for? Just dug out into the hillside. There's 2 of them. That one's a bit deeper. Luckily for me, Cherry Hill is right beside our next and final hill fort. Unluckily for me, it was up this massive steep road, followed by descending all the way back down said steep road, then up this path that isn't a path at all, but a tangly web of death and misery. This is a proper trail. This is the Wye Valley Walk. How? This is silly. But fear not Harry in the past, because the view at the top more than makes up for it. Perched high above the River Wye lies one of Herefordshire's most impressive hill forts, Capler Camp.
Enclosing about 10 acres with double ramparts and ditches, it gives prospective defenders a complete 360 view of the surroundings, with the river acting as a defence on the one side. Excavations have uncovered Neolithic tools, 2nd century Roman coins, and plenty of iron and pottery. Local legend tells us that a British chieftain is buried here, and that some locals have heard mysterious drumming or chanting on misty nights. Folklore also speaks of a hidden underground tunnel network connecting Kapla to nearby forts, though this hasn't been found yet. I know where we are, viewers. It's nice benches here. Remember this? Do you remember? This is where Toby and I walked. We went all the way from Hereford down to Ross, and then we came back up here and then walked around. This is where we were quite despairing. From Kapla it was about 8 miles back to the start, but I was pretty tired by this point. I'd already done well over 3,000 feet of climbing and the roads aren't very motivating, so I did what all good cyclists do and went to the pub. If I had to guess, I'd say we're about 30 miles in now. I found a little farmer's track, which is a public right of way. So this will take me pretty much back to the van. It's been a long old slog back, made worse by the fact that my I've gone the wrong way like 3 times now. I think as I'm tired, my brain's just switched off. I'm just not paying attention as much, so it's taken longer than expected, but it's about 5 p.m. Spirits are still high. The Pepsi at the pub helped me considerably, and we should be back in about half an hour. Ugh.